Hey, hi everyone, and welcome to another weekly connection. So here we are with the crew, and Lord Katumi is going to lead today, and we have everybody, so I don't need to go through all their names. But we want to talk about how we are co-creators of our new Earth, and how do I say this? We're doing really well. Don't get me wrong, we are doing well. There's been a couple of hiccups, and we can't afford hiccups. And in that, we must really be clear about removing all of our negative thoughts. And I know it's election time, and that's really hard to do sometimes. But we have to become conscious and not judgmental about what's going on in an example of the political scene. So we have opinions, we have people we like and people we don't, and all that is fine. But we can't have judgments, because when we have judgments, we bring in the negativity. And when we have judgment, we can't bring ourselves forward into 5D experience. So they really want to talk today about doing that. And we really want to make sure that we are manifesting now. So you want to manifest, prosperity, and you want to, you know what I always say, I just want to be happy. I just want what makes me happy. And that really is all that we're after. So you can say all this stuff, and make a lot of affirmations, which I think are really great. But remember, the bottom line is, does it make you happy? Because that's the only thing that we are after. Because when we are happy, we are coming from that higher vibration. We are coming from a bliss, a place of not letting the negative affect you. So, and we have negative stuff happening, right? I mean, we talked about that last time, how we're all being barraged with stuff. Everybody, everybody is stressed. I talk to a lot of people in a week, and the number one thing I hear from absolutely everybody is, I'm stressed and I'm tired. Now, the reason why you're feeling those two things more than maybe you used to is because we do have the aspects of the sun and the earth and what they are going through, what the mother-father experience is. I don't want to hold this. And how that is affecting our physical being with the electromagnetic whoopee that they're making with each other. Maybe I shouldn't have said it that way, but there it is. So, but that is kind of what's going on. There's a dance between the earth and the sun that is escalating. And that is there's going to come a point where it's just the trigger for the earth to move out of 5D and into, out of 3D and into 5D. So what that means is, excuse me. What that means is, I'll give an example of many years ago, there were a couple of asteroids that hit Jupiter. And that was when Jupiter went from 4D, it was back in the 90s, went from 4D to 6D. And it was a really beautiful jump, but it was made by these asteroids that hit the planet. Different than us, where it's going to be the sun and the electromagnetic energy hitting us that causes us to flip. So this is a transition of fire. The last one was a transition of water. So this transition is fire, and the sun is considered fire. So it doesn't mean you're going to get hit by an asteroid. It doesn't mean any of that. It's just that the sun is triggering the earth to shift electromagnetic poles, which she does often. And during transitions, this is very, very, very common for many planets. So it's important to know that Earth isn't the only place that has these transitions. And there are several other planets that are doing this as well, because we are really entering another age, another yuga, as we talk about. In the workshop, I'll explain that to you in great detail, which is starting up. So, you know, you want to make sure that you are connected and you're not feeling this energy so bad. I take like a good whopping dose of cordyceps every morning. I put them in my coffee, you know, and that really, for me, that's a great thing. That really helps me. And I think I'll put some on my Amazon page. I got the Amazon page up like everyone wanted me to. It took me a long time, sorry guys. But all the kind of things that I recommend are on that page, so I don't have to keep sending you emails and we go back and forth, and it just makes it easier for everybody. So I'll put that up there for you because I really like this cordyceps. So it's really important that we do what we need to do to keep ourselves grounded, and we use our oils, right? So we use the Cosmic Cleanse to cleanse our aura, clear away any schmear, any kind of stuff where, you know, negative thought. Let's say you have a negative thought. That's out here in your aura, right? So you spray that spray and that clears that energy from bounding off. Because remember, negative thoughts just go around looking for something to smash into, something to stick to. And the more we don't let them stick, the more they fall to the ground, the more they just dissipate. But the whole dynamic is that, you see, they're not in the light, right? So none of those things are in the light. So we really, really, really want to make sure they don't stick to us. And we want to make sure they don't come from us. So you need to laugh. You need to have a sense of humor about what is going on. And you need to look at the meaning for things. A lot of us are working off karma in health issues and things like that right now. And we understand that this is part of this time. So let's do our cosmic thrust. And we'll bring our energy together. I got 2 drops. I'm gonna, it smells so good. I'm gonna bring that up into my energy field, cup my hands together, and that deep breath in. And just hold it as long as you can. And release. My favorite move when I'm feeling gitchy is this. I just take the bottle. Now don't blow into the bottle. Don't breathe out into the bottle. Breathe in and breathe out, okay? And that will help you get through those moments, because you're a human being. Don't think you're, you know, supposed to be above everything. You're supposed to know what to do. And that's the difference. The difference is something triggers you, get rid of it. Okay? That's all. So Lord Kuthumi is, as you know, he used to be the Lord of the Sacral Ray, and now Lord Lanto is. So they are both going to work with us today to work on all of those paradigms, all those limited thoughts that are keeping us from letting go of all the negativity. And remember, if you think something is truth, it's a trick. It's a trick. Because that's not how Earth is structured right now. Right now, Earth is duality. Yes, no, positive, negative, right, wrong. But none of that is true. None of that is true. And I know that's hard to understand in 3D consciousness. But in 5D, you know that it is knowing. 5D is the dimension of information. And we take that information and we expand beyond this concrete physicalness of ourselves. You see us doing that, you know, with modern technology and different things that we're doing. We are moving beyond, but we have to move this beyond. So anything that we think is so is holding us back in our co-creation process. Anything that we have to go, they need to think like that, or they need to think like I think, doesn't work. That won't work in 5D at all. You know, in 5D, you don't need a police force because there's a knowingness of what is so. And one doesn't create these heinous actions against love, kindness, and compassion. In 5D, when you're coming from love, kindness, and compassion, you don't do bad things, do you? Would you? No. So my idea of what I think is right and how I think people should be doesn't matter. It doesn't mean a damn thing. Oh, sorry, I said damn. But it doesn't. It means that I am projecting my beliefs, my judgments on something or someone else. But the way, in fact, to shift and change what you might call a negativity is with kindness, love, and compassion. It sounds like it won't work, but it works, and I've used it all through my life. You get out of binds, you get out of predicaments, and sometimes stuff comes your way just to change you. Sometimes you just need to change, and you get a little funk, and then you do it, because you went like, what? I didn't know I was doing that. And that's being a human being. And that's being a human being. So have fun with that. So what we want to do with Lord Lanto and Lord Kuthumi today is really work on that sacral chakra and get rid of all of those things that we're not aware of, that we think are absolute. Because that's not how it works in higher consciousness. In higher consciousness, it is that knowing, and it is the kindness and compassion and love that dictates all action and all thought. So let's co-create this earth with love, kindness, and compassion. And let's get rid of all that crazy 3D stuff we are so indoctrinated with on ourselves. And when we do it on ourselves, it'll radiate into the collective consciousness. And that's how you change the world. So let's do it. So we're going to bring that light in from source, that yummy, yummy, honey-colored light that is going to help me not judge, not condemn, just to have compassion. And as an empath, we should be learning to understand both sides, not to condone, but to have compassion. So we bring that light in all the way down through, bam your knees pretty good, because that's your kidney energy, and then down and out your feet into the earth, to the mother. She grabs onto your golden tether, and she says, welcome. And she brings that light, you bring it all the way around with her, around the grid, and back up your back with an essence of the mother in it. And you just make an orbit around and around and around and around. There you go. Just orbit. Just feel that energy. And if you find yourself getting gitchy, you know, you need to just do your orbit. And you need to do a little cosmic thrust oil, and it will clear. There you go. Whatever your gitchiness is. I tend to get overwhelmed. That's mine. So I just have to kind of like chill and get back on track again. There you go. Good. And now you have that orbit going. We're going to bring it around and up your back, and it's going to waterfall, right? Out into your aura, out into your first aura, which is where all that DNA structure for 3D is. And we're now going to shift that, light that, to be your 5D structure, which is also in your DNA structure. Every dimensional part of you is there. So we want to remove the negative aspects of 3D, which there are a lot of, we know. We don't have to get them all. We just have to get enough to be happy. And now we bring that energy out into the sacral aura. And this is where everything, whether you know it or not, you are, you might not be judgmental, but I guess you are judgmental. Katumi corrected me and said, yeah, you're judgmental. Something that you think has to be done just this way and just so. Now it might be right action, but that's not what's important here. What's important is that you're coming from kindness and love and compassion, right? So it isn't whether or not the thing is right action or not. It's what's in your noggin. It's what your judgment, what you're placing a value of on that. Because when we do that, then we don't allow the flow. So in 5D, you allow that flow to happen. So we want to really radiate that into the sacral aura. And we're going to breathe through there, right? So we're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, just go searching around with a broom and a dustpan. Ready? Out, 2, 3, 4. Just keep going in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Blow it out, 2, 3, 4. And keep doing that. And you can do that during the day or in your meditation program to keep this moving out of that sacral chakra, because the sacral chakra is what holds you into 3D with your paradigm. So we want to keep doing that. Good. Just do it one more time. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Sweep, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Blow it out, 2, 3, 4. Now up to your solar plexus. Or conscious use of power. Let's go to that first. Conscious use of power, just between your diaphragm and your belly button, so on your spleen. And we're going to bring that in, bring that light in and let it out. And this is what we use, this chakra, to remove all conflict. So if anything causes you a conflict, it's this chakra that you sweep. And then we go up into your solar plexus, where we connect in thought with each other. And we bring that in and we sweep it in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Up into the empathic shield, which now removes your judgment. And that's right on your liver. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. And up into your heart, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Send all that love, light, and compassion out into the collective consciousness through your heart. And then up into your conscious intent. This is where we manifest. This is where we create the new world with no ego judgment. So we want to keep moving that light through that conscious intent and into the throat, so that now our expression is that of love, kindness, and compassion. And not my idea of what is right and wrong. Because if that mattered, things would be different. And they're not. So, what is it that matters? Love, kindness, and compassion. And then up into your third eye, where all your doubt is removed. Because you know as a light seed, you are doing a darn good job. And into your crown, where you wear your crown with absolute love. And you like to be seen as the light seed that you are. And we're strengthening that telepathic notch as we remove these judgments so that we can understand one another 24/7. So your job is to create this new world within yourself this week and then radiate it out. And we're just going to keep plugging away at all this stuff that we've been collecting for lifetime after lifetime so that we can move smoothly into the fifth dimension and create our new world. I love you all. And be sure to join me at the workshop. Oh, and subscribe and all that stuff, you know, subscribe and like me and all those lovely things. All right. I love you. I'll see you next time.